about that, everybody. It got a little weird out there. You know, UPS likes to knock on the door, and my dog wants to tear his head off.
Goddamn UPS! What a bunch of cunts wanting to knock on the door.
While we're recording a podcast at that.
God. Don't they know? Don't they fucking know who we are?
Don't they know who you are? Not me. Who you are? What the fuck? I'm just the host. Look, I'm over here. You're the star, not me, man.
Look, you're talking to me, so like you're kind of like in the circle.
I'm in the circle?
You're in the circle.
Somehow I got in there. I don't know how the fuck I got in there. I just one day said, hey, what's up? I love your comedy. I was like, hey, you can come run with me.
Dude, I would love to actually have that kind of respect someday. I can't lie. There's an evil part of me that's just like, please let people want to like talk about me like that. I don't know. Let me be universally liked. Please give me all of the love and affection.
Dude, I know that. Don't get me wrong. And I say this with all the love in the world. I know there are people that don't like people, right? Like, no matter how good you are, no matter how nice you are to them, they're just never going to like you.
I refuse to accept that.
But I have never heard anybody say one bad thing about you. And I'm sure that there are people that there are. Yeah. I just haven't come across them. And I think it's because...
It's just because even worse than people talking about me, nobody talks about me, dude. That's the problem. It's like... I don't have to worry about my name being in people's mouth because my name is in nobody's mouth.
That's how I feel about right now. It's like nobody gives a shit about me. It's like, I guess that's a great spot to be because you can kind of work in quiet. Right. And then one day go, bam!
I don't know. I have already gotten myself kicked off a couple of shows already. So
really?
By pissing people off, so...
How the fuck do you do that?
I don't know. I don't want to get into it.
You don't have to give any names, just to one situation.
Oh, man. Just like, I learned you got to be careful, like, how personal you make your roast against people, I guess.
Really?
Even if you're friends. So.
I feel like I already get a little... I kind of know who we're talking about.
No, it's fine.
It's all good. It happens.
It's fine.
I feel that because I'm so opinionated and I have a podcast and
I'm not even that opinionated. I was in a roast. I was like... I just thought you were that... thought that was the point, was to, like... I thought it was like, who can be the most fucked up?
You know, my idea, right? Like, and maybe I'm wrong.
I've been watching too much Comedy Central, man.
It's all good.
I need to take the Andy Samberg approach. Have you ever seen him in a roast?
No.
Dude, I drank that coffee and I'm like fucking hype. Have you seen my fucking... I feel like I've like literally just been like picking up speed the entire podcast.
Dude, that's how I know you don't drink coffee, because I'm back to normal over here.
That's what... I don't. I like...
Well. Oh well. Shit happens. You're gonna take a shit in a little bit, so it's okay.
You know what? That's never been the case for me.
Really?
Yeah, I know so many people that are like that, but not me, dude.
Bro, I love coffee so much, I'm afraid to try cocaine.
I'm afraid to try cocaine. Same, Mom.
Like, afraid, legitimately, because if coffee, when you have a good coffee high, of like, you get a little jittery, but you're like not, you're still kind of focused.
Right.
Can you imagine what Coke does to you, bro?
I can only imagine, dude.
I would never try Coke because I feel like I would love it. I feel like I would love it. I would lose my family, suck a dick or two.
I was on Adderall all growing up.
Bro, I've only taken Adderall one time.
So, honestly, I think that more so than like, I was just like, I was like prescribed it, obviously.
I wasn't. I knew a guy.
It never made me... I knew a guy. It never made me, like, feel like... I never, like, people talk about how much they love being on Adderall. I never liked it, dude. It was just, like...
No, I didn't say I liked it.
No, I get that. But, like, it never hyped me, dude. It never, like... It made me just, like...
What is it? Last time it was fucking years ago. I took Adderall. It wasn't, like, hyper. It was, like, hyper-focused. I got
like
so
the
much.
The face that you just made was a cocaine face. In case you're wondering, the face you just made to describe your feeling on Adderall was 100%.
You see what I'm saying?
That was some yayo face.
I know, like, bro. Like, I can't. I would never try cocaine just because I'm afraid of it.
I was like, you look
like I would fucking love it. Like.
You look like a constipated John Cena, dude. Like,
oh, shit.
That's what cocaine looks like, dude.
Bro, I'm so afraid of it, bro. Like, especially growing up in Miami, right? Yeah. Like, I see what cocaine does to people, and I see how fun it can be.
Dude, I just want to, like, keep drinking this coffee. I want 2 more cups. I love it, dude. I love it.
Is that the first time you ever had Bustelo?
This particular brand of coffee, I'm imagining probably.
Yeah, the yellow can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's a.
Well, the yellow can with the bitch on it.
With what?
With the bitch on it. The yellow can with the bitch on it.
I couldn't say. I
just transformed your life.
You did just transform my life.
That's okay.
I've had some.
I'll let you suck my dick later.
I've had some pretty bougie coffee in my life, dude.
This is not bougie. This is just Cuban.
Yeah, it's just Cuban.
It's just Cuban.
How do they get it across the lines, dude?
Don't ask me. It is distributed out of Miami, but the beans are totally Cuban.
Interesting.
So it's like American Cuban.
They're like, no cigars, but like we'll take the coffee beans.
it's like Nicaragua cigars. It's like these are Cuban seeds, but grown in Nicaragua.
Right.
So it's kind of the same, but not really.
But not really. You know what's so interesting?
What's up?
My great grandfather had a box of Cuban cigars from Germany.
Yeah.
That were labeled as German cigars, but they were from Cuba.
Yeah.
And I always thought that was so funny. Like, I don't understand. Like, how do I explain this? Just like the loop around, like, they're like, oh, I guess maybe back in the 60s, there's no way to, like, test a cigar.
Till like 62? That's when the embargo?
Yeah.
You can get cigars from Cuba. No problem. So I'm sure there were people, still sneaking them in somehow.
Yeah.
Loopholes through Mexico or something. I don't know. Mm-hmm. But, fuck it. But a legit Cuban cigar, bro.
But I guess that was the thing, that he was like getting them through the loophole of like through Germany, which I'm like, why through Germany? That's my point, dude. I'm like, what is the point? Where is the?
I mean, how good was that German pussy?
That's
a tall bitch, though.
I don't think you would know. He was faithful to my nana, as far as I know.
I'm not gonna fuck up your nana and your grandpa's relationship.
I pity anybody that was not faithful to my nana, dude.
Oh my god. That's how good of a woman she was?
She's crazy. Nah, she's something.
She's something?
She's something.
Was she a sweet lady?
Yeah.
A little crazy? A little cray?
Definitely crazy. She's like, she's older. She's like got Alzheimer's and things, so it's like, and she's intense.
Makes sense.
She's intense. She's intense and was raised very Southern.
Oh, Jesus. Where'd the French come from then?
So that's on my. So that's like my mom's side of the family.
Okay.
And so, which I guess his nana's also my mom's side of the family. So it's like my grandfather was born in France and then moved here afterwards, or like right after World War II. The family moved over here. And so he was half American but born in France, moved here, and then my mom was actually born in England because he joined the American Air Force and got stationed out there.
Ooh.
And so...
Foreign pussy.
No. Actually, it's funny. My grandmother is American, my bubby. She's one of...
You call her your bubby?
Oh, for sure, dude. Shout out to Bubby. But...
You own that shit.
Fuck yeah, dude. Look, dude. It's a fucking... That's a pussy that can't admit what he calls his grandma, dude. Like...
It's okay. I used to call my grandmother, rest in peace, Tata. So it's all good.
Tata? See, that's great. Like, my grandmother. Fuck that shit. She's been my bubby my whole life, dude. I'm not gonna change that shit now that I'm 22.
Oh, grandmother.
Oh, grandmother.
Can you please, get George for me?
Grandmama.
You seen that bit by Brent Morin? Brent Morin about the Uber driver, and he treats him when he's drunk. He treats him like his father's driver. It's just fucking hilarious.
That's funny.
It's like a 10-minute bit. It's fucking hilarious.
That's interesting, dude. No, I don't actually watch very much comedy anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I don't know.
Is it like you don't want to get infected by other people's ideas?
Yeah, that's a big part of it. I don't want to accidentally steal from anybody, and I don't want to, be... How do I put this? I just don't want to be too influenced. I'm trying to find my own voice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And although it's kind of sucks because I'll come up with stuff and I never watch any comedy. And you know what? I didn't watch a ton of comedy before I started doing comedy. I had seen like the big specials and everything like that, like Dave Chappelle and like Louis C.K. of course and stuff growing up, and like Jim Gaffigan and Louis C.K. were actually my first 2 stand-up specials that I ever saw.
Really?
Yeah, both of them on Netflix. And
I can see a little Jim Gaffigan in you, not in a bad way, just like
I'll take that dude. That guy.
Jim Gaffigan in you.
That guy's fucking. I'm pretty sure like one of the richest comedians working right now. So
yeah,
I'll take that dude.
Like for me, my biggest comedic influence has always been, and probably will always be, John Leguizamo. Especially like a lot of his early shit.
Whom?
John Leguizamo. Freak, Sexaholics, Spicorama.
I don't know.
Bro,
I'm sorry.
it's all good.
You know what? I probably would recognize him if I saw his face.
He was.
This is my greater point. I'm not that.
Carlito's Way.
No.
No. What other movie was he in? Babysitters. No.
Who else is in the movie?
I don't know. Some bitch.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah.
Well, was some bitch in it?
It was some bitch in it, and he's a dad, and he gets fucked by the babysitter.
Sure.
Yeah, whatever. Doesn't fucking matter.
Baby.
Anyway, he's a great comedian.
Right on.
Yeah, to me, he's one of the. In my opinion, I could be wrong. People would be like, "No, what about this guy? What about that guy?" He's like the Hispanic Pryor, like the way he told
Hispanic Pryor. Interesting.
like the way he wrote stories and the way he did his deal. He wasn't like Pryor where he just did straight stand up. It was more of a one man show. He acted every one of his family members out in this unique way. Told story. He was a storyteller more than he was a comedian, but it was just funny. Like when I was like 8 when I first saw my first very comedy special, which was Freak, and he was talking about shit that was happening in my life. Like my uncles were crazy. I had the weird grandma that did witchcraft.
I had that same experience with Jim Gaffigan and Hot Pockets.
Yeah,
I was like, oh yeah, Hot Pockets.
Hot Pockets. But this dude, man, he was just, to me, like politically, socially, culturally, like what he was talking about at the time, it was like so East Coast, so Puerto Rican, Cuban, Dominican, so Caribbean. It was like when you thought of Latin comedians before him, all you thought of was, like Mexican people. Like, and I'm like, nothing wrong with that.
I've got to say, I'm sick of people describing my career that way. I'm just kidding.
I always thought of people, talking about you as.
Sorry.
What is up with every comedian that comes into this fucking podcast?
It kept catching my sweater. It's like there's this Velcro on the back of my chair because I'm sitting, by the way, in a lawn chair. Everybody,
you're on a lawn chair,
and it's
it's the. Okay, there you go. You feel better?
Mildly, dude.
I mean,
I'm out of coffee.
You're out of coffee?
Devastating.
I'll get you some more later.
And I just broke this. Okay.
You finished breaking it? Okay, that's time for a new chair, everybody. It's all good. It's that thing. Oh God. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
Okay.
You're good. That's what happens when you get a chair at Walmart, and then you transition it to an indoor chair.
And then you transition it to an indoor chair. We finally house trained the chair. We decided to transition it to an indoor chair.
Oh my God. Anyway.
I just felt so bad keeping it out there on the leash.
Oh man. Bro. So when you're writing, yeah. what's your process? Well, I know that you write down a lot of like the little ideas that come through. It's not the first time you've interrupted me to write something down.
Yeah, dude, that's pretty much it. Like, as soon as I think of something that I think is funny, and it's so... I'm so fucking lame because I'm my biggest fan. I crack myself up constantly, dude. I'm like... I just love to think of funny stuff. Like, I always kind of have, like, even before I started doing comedy, if I saw, like, somebody that I thought, like, I've always been so good at this, like, that guy's a dollar store version of Matthew McConaughey or something like that. You know what I mean? By that, I mean when somebody's a dollar store version of somebody...